Thank you very much.
It's Kaufman is Alive. I look at comic books new and old. Thanks for clicking on the video. Today I'm looking at all the new comic books I picked up at the comic book shop today. Actually, I picked up some new and old comic books. So I think I'll start with the oldest comic book I picked up first. Amazing Spider-Man number 375. 1993. This is Marvel Comics. It was $3.95 when it first came out. I paid a little more for it today. This was one I picked up off the rack when it first came out when I was a lot younger. I remember picking this up off the rack. It was one of my favorite books when I was a kid. It's got this awesome foil hologram cover of the webs in the background. The final confrontation between Spidey and Venom. Got Mark Bagley on artwork here. I did notice there's some, looks like some slight imperfections in the cover. I didn't really notice at first when I picked this up, but really cool to get nonetheless. Like I said, I had this when I was younger in my collection. Misplaced it over the years, so it was great to finally pick it up again. And I just did a video the other day covering foil covers, hologram covers, and stuff like that. So go back and check that out if you haven't yet. So this was one I was thinking about too. I wasn't able to kind of add it to my video, but we got 6-pack here. Like the cover says, the final confrontation between Venom and Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure this takes place post Maximum Carnage, but it's like pre-Clone Wars, so it's kind of right in that sweet spot. Lots of Venom and Spidey action in this book. And we get a backup story here as well. This is a thicker book. Might be like a 32-page story, I think. This is giant size, the 30th anniversary. Really cool find. Really happy to finally get this one back in my collection. Then I got some Savage Dragon books here. These were both just $2. I thought that was a pretty good deal here. Savage Dragon 117, Savage Dragon 121. These are both Eric Larson books here. If you've been following my channel, you know that I'm collecting lots of Savage Dragon right now. It's my favorite comic book, so I'm trying to, I guess, get a full run. I'm still pretty far away from doing that, but I collected all the early issues when they first came out and then kind of dropped off for over a decade or so. So I got a lot of stuff to fill in, but I am slowly starting to do that. I'm kind of focusing more on getting these old Savage Dragon issues than anything else right now. So, and my local shop recently got a whole bunch in, so I've been buying them here and there every time I go in. So take a look at issue 121 here. Got the Deadly Duo on the back. See, the credits are just Eric Larson, writer-artist, and then Bill Crabtree's on colors. And Josh Eichhorn is willing to let Jeb Bush pick up the tab on his feeding tube. So, some dated political references there. Got Dragon and Super Patriot. We're actually in Iraq here, so I wonder what year this came out. This is 2005. So yeah, we're like right in the middle of the George Bush era here. Oop. Looks like we got a backup story. Clint Helsinki's on artwork here. And Chris Giarrusso. I've started to notice he's done lots of backup stories for Eric Larson over the years. I just did a video the other day of Nova, the Human Rocket, number 3 by Eric Larson back in like 1999. And Chris Giarrusso had a little short in that as well. So I'll move on to the new comics I picked up that just came out today. I got the Scorched number 37 here. I think this is a Bjorn Barons cover. Yep. He's got these really hyper realistic computer generated covers that he does. I don't know if it really fits the Scorched. The Scorched is more of a comic booky comic book, for lack of a better term, and I think his stuff works best on just like some of the main Spawn titles, but if that makes sense. But this character's like, I think his name's the Freak. He hardly ever shows up in Scorched. I doubt that cover has anything to do with what's going on in the book. I would kind of prefer some covers that kind of show us what's going on in the pages, which I feel like in the early Scorched comics they were doing that a lot more, and they've kind of fallen into the pattern that all the other Spawn comics have, where they kind of curate all the covers to look the same in the whole line from month to month. So honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that practice, but that's what they do. I really like the whole Jessica Priest storyline here in Scorched, though. I've done reviews of all the recent issues since I started my channel. Definitely be coming out with one on this issue sooner than later. This has been my favorite Spawn book. Scorched number 37, that's $2.99. The newest issue of Gunslinger came out today too. I think it's issue 39, 38 or 30, I think it's 39. And I just didn't pick it up. I think I'm going to drop Gunslinger. It just has been moving too slow. And although all the Gunslinger comics pretty much have moved slow, it's just right now it doesn't seem to be a whole lot happening. So I got Ultimate Wolverine number 1. This is something I've really been looking forward to. This is a $5.99 book by Marvel. Got Alessandra Cappuccio doing the interiors. Chris Condon is the writer. This is Logan. We found out in the Ultimate Universe 1 year in one shot. But he's kind of mashed up with Winter Soldier here. He's being used as an ultimate weapon. And I think they even call him the Winter Soldier. So I do like this costume that he's got. We've got the Russians here basically trying to control him. I'll be coming out with a review of this pretty soon too. Again, I like this look though. I like the mask. I like the face covering on Wolverine. Got Mystique here. I don't think she's shown up much at all here in the Ultimate Comics yet. Nightcrawler as well. So we're finally getting some real X-Men, as opposed to Peach Momoko's got her own X-Men group she's been building. But these look like some familiar faces. So we've got Colossus, Magic, Omega Red. They're all on the side of the Maker here, so they're villains. I've got to imagine they're, obviously using Wolverine here as a villain, and I got to imagine the storyline's going to be him maybe figuring out his own sort of humanity or something like that. But I guess we'll see. They could be subverting expectations. But I liked Alessandro Cappuccio's artwork back in the Moon Knight. He's been doing lots of work in that for the past couple of years, and this stuff looks really good too. So I got Ultimate Wolverine #1. Then we got Rogue the Savage Land #1. This is $4.99 by Marvel Comics. This is a Kari Andrews cover. Really like this cover a lot. It's got the old school corner panel. It's got the bottom panel too. It's just got that great old school feel to it. Kazar Magneto here. Now, I was under the impression this was going to be in continuity, but I'm not too sure. It says an untold tale of the X-Men, so this could be taking place really at any point. I guess we'll find out. Here it says previously in Uncanny X-Men 247. So this is taking place way back. Got Tim Seeley doing the writing here. Zulemo Scauda-Lavina is the artist. Rachel Rosenberg's doing the colors. Would love to have seen Kari Andrews do the interiors, but these look pretty good anyway. So just like Ultimate Wolverine, I've been looking forward to this one, seeing what this one's all about. I mean, I guess I wasn't wrong. It is in continuity. I thought it was going to be in like current continuity, spinning out of the pages of like the current Uncanny X-Men. But I guess I was wrong, but I'm not disappointed or anything by that. Pretty sure this is a miniseries, like a maybe 4 or 5 part miniseries. So I don't think we'll be getting, any sort of full story here in this issue, just kind of setting up whatever's going to be going on. We've got the X mentions here, all the X books, all 20 of them. Are you buying all these X books here? I think I'm getting Deadpool, Wolverine, Uncanny X-Men, X-Men, and Rogue and the Savage Land, which I got in my hand right here. So those are the only ones I've been buying right now. So let me know what you guys think. Also at the comic shop, they have these free Marvel must-haves, which are always cool when they put these out. They've got 3 issues here. Got the Red Hulk, Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1, and Daredevil, looks like issue 227. And it's all collected here, the full comics. It's not just like half of them or anything like that. Really cool to see this Frank Miller Daredevil collected in here. I've got a bunch of those early key Daredevils. I actually don't have this issue though, so nice to have it in here. And we got the Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider #1 here. So this is free with the purchase. Like I said, Marvel seems to put these out every couple months. Really nice, give them to your nephew or whatever. And of course, comic shop news as well. These are always great. Kind of like a modern day Wizard. They come out every week. Got previews of everything coming out. Sometimes they've got articles in here. We got an article here with David Pepos talking about his Space Ghost comic book, which is a great comic book. I definitely recommend that. Yeah, so those are all the comic books I picked up this week. Thanks again for watching. If you like videos like this, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Go read comics.